Hey Emily, welcome. Thanks so much for doing this client interview.
Yeah, no problem.
Absolutely. So, can you kind of tell people like how long have you been a wedding photographer?
Yeah, I've been a wedding photographer for almost 5 years now.
Got it. And so, like, what were some of your dreams and goals in terms of growing your photography business?
I wanted to be a full-time wedding photographer, but I didn't want to be burnt out. I wanted to be able to have a consistent schedule with clients that I loved and got along with at like a really great price range. Um, I wanted to be able to like bring my prices up so that I could, you know, make at least six figures with my business and still be able to have time with my family and be able to provide for them as well.
And so, before joining the program, Rapid Bookings, what were you doing in terms of, let's say, marketing to try to hit those goals?
I wasn't doing much. I kind of just followed what other photographers were giving, like the advice they were giving, which was posting on Instagram and Facebook as much as you could and just keeping up with the hashtags. And it was just a lot of work, and I wasn't seeing very good results from it.
At what point were you like, okay, this has to stop. I need to do something differently. When did that light bulb go in your head?
I would say when I got to the point where I was getting ghosted a lot by people who were inquiring, I wasn't getting very much incoming leads or inquiries. And I was seeing other people being fully booked for the next year, and I wasn't. And so I just realized something had to change.
Did you invest like time, energy, and money into other, let's say, courses or working with other experts prior to like working with me?
Yes, I purchased a business course from other photographers, um, and I partnered with a local magazine, hoping that that would bring people in, but I didn't really see a difference.
Gotcha. And why do you think the other business course that you invested in didn't really pan out for you or get you the results that you were looking for?
I feel like they kind of deceived me a little bit, telling me that all I had to do was, you know, expose myself on social media and post all the time, and that all of these people would just come to me, which isn't realistic. It was also really hard because I would learn this from this class, and then later on I would see an ad from that same photographer when they told me they never paid for ads and they never paid for marketing when I'm seeing their ads on Facebook. So that was really frustrating for me.
Yeah, I could totally get that. That's super frustrating. Like, how did that make you feel when they're saying, hey, do this one thing, but then they're doing something totally opposite?
It's pretty frustrating. I felt like I kind of wasted my money and time.
Yeah.
I could be spending it elsewhere, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, if you had to like put a time on it, like how many months or years do you think you wasted on courses and strategies that don't really work?
Probably almost 5 years that I've been doing this. I feel like I've just put in so much work, and not getting the results that I want. It's really frustrating.
How did you know like I was the right expert or person to just work with?
I don't I don't know. I saw that you were very professional. Um, as I was taking the course, all of the videos were really in detail, professional, well done. You obviously knew what you were talking about on your website. I really liked seeing actual results from your past clients. That was really convincing for me. Um, and yeah, I don't know.
Got it. Was there anything specific that drew you towards me and Rapid Bookings?
I just like that it was different than anything else that I had heard. Um, like I said, everything was like, here's your Instagram strategy, post 3 times a day and make a new reel every day and post in your stories 10 times a day. And then your ad pops up and it's like, hey, like you can actually use like statistics and strategy and you can bring people in like a more like logical way. And so I really like that.
The appealing part was it that, okay, we're building something specific to get specific results rather than like, oh, hopefully this works for you, go post. Was that thing that really drew you in?
Yes, I like that it was very specific, and there was a plan. I'm very much like a planner, and I like to be able to see results pretty quickly. Otherwise, I kind of just give up. And so that really drew me in. I also feel like it seems like most photographers they don't talk about this part of marketing and it's always like seems like a secret like okay like only certain people know this and then all the other stuff they're talking about it so much and um I just thought it was cool how you had your video on your website like that free video that I could right away like learn hey like this doesn't have to be a secret like we can do this and like this can be successful for your business and I really like that.
Awesome. Well, let's shift gears for a second and talk about your experience inside the program. What would you say was like the most exciting part that you were looking forward to?
Probably just the end result like creating my ads, how to create them. That was mind blowing. Just the whole Facebook ads program is just so much more intricate than anyone really realizes. And then just seeing those leads come in and like people actually clicking on my ad and entering their info is really exciting.
Did you get a sense of confidence that, hey, I could do this by myself, like year after year, and keep my calendar booked?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I feel like everything I've learned, I'll be able to keep applying to my business.
At what point in the program did you actually see that tangible result and book your first wedding?
I saw it right away. Um, the first consultation that I booked, I was able, or that was scheduled, I was able to book with them through my first consultation. And that was really exciting because I don't know if that happens for everyone. And I was expecting to like have to work really hard. But it was really cool seeing how if I apply to everything that I've learned that it really does work.
Yeah, it often does. People end up booking the first consultation. If you don't mind, how much was that wedding for?
$4,500.
Were you happy with that price?
Oh yeah, that's the most I've ever had someone pay for a wedding. So I'm really excited.
That's really awesome. Would you say part of it is, having the right amount of leads coming in, or is it also because you know the sales framework? What would you really attribute your success to?
I think it's really the sales framework. Everything I had learned before about how to conduct a consultation was opposite from what I learned through rapid bookings. I used to be the one who would just like, I would do all the talking, and I felt like I was really having to sell myself the whole time. And then I was afraid to ask for money. And most of the time, they wouldn't book with me. I'd get ghosted, or I'd book the wedding for way less than I wanted to. So the sales framework, it's just like it gives you confidence. It helps you feel more in control. It made me feel like I was actually worth that amount of money. So I thought that was really awesome.
That's awesome. What were some of your biggest takeaways in terms of like lessons or anything in general during the entire program?
Probably overcoming my fear of asking for money and just like feeling confident. I really liked the portion where, you really analyze like who you are as a person and what you want, and telling yourself that you can do it and that you are worth it. Um, I feel like that was really helpful for me. I would always be like so stressed about the consultation. I would not feel confident the entire time. And I feel like my confidence is starting to grow more with this program.
Do you feel confident that this system will keep working for you and you will just have to be a good photographer focusing on your photography and client experience rather than trying to, rack your brains in terms of marketing and seeing, oh, what should I be doing today?
Yes, it's like freeing up space in my mind where I can focus more on what I actually enjoy doing, which is taking pictures and serving people. So it's definitely going to free up a lot of mind space.
Would you say it was worth it doing the program?
Oh yeah. I knew it was worth it after the first week. So I was really excited.
That's really awesome. If someone's on the fence, like, hey, I don't know if the program is right for me, what would you say to them?
I would just say take the risk and do it because you're worth it and your business is worth it. Um, it'll You'll see results right away and you'll learn a lot. It'll be awesome.
Well, to kind of wrap it up in kind of last few words, would you recommend it to a friend or another wedding photographer, the entire program?
Oh yeah, for sure. I've already started telling a few of my photographer friends, so I would recommend it to anyone and everyone.
Well, thank you so much again, Emily. I really appreciate this. And again, yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
you're
be
welcome.
working together inside the program.
Yeah.